Thank you all for being here and listening to my speech. More Than a Camp, an informative speech on Lake Aurora Christian Camp, which is located in Lake Wales. So with a show of hands, how many of you have a place that you call your second home? Well, Lake Aurora is my second home. I've been attending Lake Aurora since I was in kindergarten. I've grown so much through my camp counselors and the staff there. I would definitely send my kids there one day. This past summer, I got to be in Omega. This is where we go and I stay all summer and I work in the kitchen and I lifeguard and I do any other various jobs that I'm told to do. This is a place for people to go and just let go of everything that they have going on right now and focus on God. The family that you grow at Lake Aurora is amazing. Today I'm going to give you a look into what Lake Aurora is. First, I'm going to give you a little backstory of why the camp came about. And next, I'm going to tell you some things about summer camp and year-round retreats, and then about the new adventure the camp took on called Stirring Waters. Let's go back to the very beginning of Lake Aurora. In 1947, V.G. Gilbert led churches to buy property. The camp was established on March 11, 1947. In July that same year, the camp had its first camp held. The camp grew from 20 acres to 75 acres. It's now made up of 2 campuses combined with a dining hall, and it can house over 500 campers at once. Bill Redmond said in an article in the History of Lake Aurora, "The real history of Lake Aurora is not embodied by anything on this campus. It is embodied by the tens of thousands of youth who have benefited from the initial vision." I have just told you a few specifics about the history of Lake Aurora. The history behind Lake Aurora is created behind the current Lake Aurora events. The programs at Lake Aurora are for all ages, from elementary to high school. There's always worship and preaching and paintball and swimming and tubing and high-low ropes courses and many other things. The summer staff consists of alphas, which is a high school student that goes for 2 weeks and works in the kitchen and works on their leadership skills. The Omega, which I did, is normally a college student who goes in and stays the whole summer and works in the kitchen, lifeguards, and does anything else that the year-round staff tells you to do. The year-round staff is just there to provide us with anything that we need. The year-round retreats consist of Young at Heart, which is for older people to come in and just hang out and act like they're young again. Wonder is the first weekend of December, and that is for high school students to come in and they just have a weekend away and to just kind of get a glimpse of what high school week is. The women's retreat, which happens in April, and the men's retreat is designed for women and men to come in just with other women and men and just hopefully be with people that are going through the same things that you are. Then there's the father and son, which happens in November, and the mother and daughter, which happens in October. I have just gone through a few examples of summer camp activities and a few retreats that happen all year long. Meg Summers says in My Story from Our Friends at Lake Aurora, "I met some of my best friends at camp and had some of the most exciting, silly, and stretching times of my life." One of the many amazing programs that we have at Lake Aurora is called Stirring Waters. It is designed to be a fellowship for those with disabilities. Stirring Waters is an aquatic adventure for disabilities, people with disabilities. Bill Redmond has cast this vision out for Lake Aurora. He is partnering with local churches and organizations. His goal is to remove barriers and be angels to those with disabilities. In the alumni spotlight from Point University, Bill Redmond said, "Stirring Waters will be a water park designed by therapists and aquatic professionals to provide thrilling experiences for people with all disabilities. No longer will they need to just sit on the deck. In the Stirring Waters Water Park, people from the entire globe will experience joy, fun, and laughter, possibly for the first time in their life." I've just gone through a brief summary of Stirring Waters. There are so many ways that Lake Aurora is helping to make a better future for kids and their families, not just with Stirring Waters. Today I've given you an insight into Lake Aurora. We've talked about Lake Aurora's history, summer camp activities, retreats, and Stirring Waters. Everything that we've talked about today, I hope you can see why Lake Aurora is my second home. It's more than a camp to many people, and especially to me. I can't wait for summer to come back so that I can go home to my second family. Thank you.